Hello YouTubers, Alaska Prepper here. Ladies and gentlemen, I've got a payday prep for you. Let me tell you a little story first. I went to Lowe's this morning because I was looking for one little thing and they didn't have it. But while I was there, I noticed that they had a whole bunch of stuff for a really good price. Like a lot of these things were like 50% off. I think that the prices were probably better than they were during Black Friday. Although I didn't go to Lowe's during Black Friday. I didn't go anywhere really. Now, you've always heard me talk that when you have excess wealth, or at least this is how I feel, that when you have excess wealth, meaning that when you have everything that you need to be prepared, you've got your water, you've got your water filtration, you've got your food, you've got your medicine, you've got your self-defense, etc., etc., etc. You have all the layers that you need in order to be well prepped to be able to survive either a short or a long-term crisis. I like to preserve my excess wealth. I call that excess wealth when I have everything I need to prepare, and all I'm doing is filling in the gaps. I like to preserve my excess wealth by purchasing or trading in my fiat currency for real money, gold and silver. Well, when I was at Lowe's, I looked at all these prices, and I'm like, man, these are great prices, but I already have all of this stuff. Well, this, ladies and gentlemen, is also a way for you to preserve your excess wealth. If you believe that we're going to go into a time where the dollar is going to lose a lot of value, and or both, where countries that normally export to us things that we import will stop exporting their products to us. And I believe that that's going to be the case, that both of those situations are going to be the case, that the dollar is going to lose a lot of value, making any imports that we do get a lot more expensive because our dollar will be worth a lot less. And also that many countries around the world, I'm not sure if you've noticed, but there's a lot of countries around the world that we do business with that, in my opinion, don't really like us. That they only do business with us because they feel that they have to, because the dollar is still the world reserve currency. But that is going away, and it is going away, in my opinion, sooner than later. So all of these things that you see that I got here, and I'm going to show you all of them. There's one item that I want to show you that I think is so very important for you to have, even if you don't get anything else that is so very important for you to have. But everything that you see here are things that you can use to preserve your wealth. So if you have the room, if you have a shed, if you have a garage, if you have somewhere where you can store excess things that may not be available in the future, I think it's a great way to preserve your wealth, because I think that going forward, especially with all of these things that the government has going on, trying to introduce a CBDC, right, ladies and gentlemen, going forward, it's going to be more difficult for us to be purchased those things that we actually need. And even if you already have them, for example, let me show you the things that I got. This was a great deal. This was like 10 bucks. And I've already got a couple of these. But imagine how valuable this would be to someone that didn't have it. You know, and going into a time where it's going to be more difficult for us to purchase the things that we're normally used to purchasing right away. If we want it, we just go to the store and get it. There's also going to come a time, ladies and gentlemen, where a lot of the things that we now usually just throw away because something in it breaks, we're going to have to either fix or find someone to fix it. And people are going to be needing tools. They're going to need tools. And you should have your own personal set of tools. But I was thinking this would be a great barter item for those people that don't have them, for those handymen, because the handyman, handywoman, you know what I mean. For the handyman, this is going to be a time where they can prosper because their skills are going to be needed. And tools break all the time. Now, these are not the most expensive tools they are. But when you don't have it, meaning someone that you want to barter this with, when you don't have it, you're willing to pay for it because you need it, especially if you can't get it anywhere else. So let me just show you some of the things that I got. And actually, I've got one just like this, and I've been using it. And it's very good quality, by the way. And I mean, it brings a whole bunch of stuff. Where in the world can you get this for 10 bucks, for $9.99? I think it was like $9.88. $15, ladies and gentlemen, $14.88. I mean, even if it's not made here in the United States, and I don't even know if tools like this are still made here in the United States, these are actually pretty decent quality tools. I've got tools of this same brand, and they're pretty good quality tools. They still work. All you have to do is Make sure you spray a little bit of oil in them every once in a while to keep them working good, and that's it. Don't be like me that leaves his tools out and they get rusty and all that kind of stuff. But look at this, 15 bucks. I mean, you can't beat this. This is a great deal. This was less than $10. It's a bit that attaches to either one of those screwdrivers that you can put an attachment to with a whole bunch of different bits. And you know, if you have these, that you lose them all the time. Well, guess what? There's other people out there that have these and they lose them all the time too. So you having extra right now, man, I just can't say it enough. Great barter item. And as far as taking up a lot of room, I'm not going to leave them in these packages. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get a tote. I'm going to take them out of the package and I'm going to go ahead and put them together as one unit in the package. That way it doesn't take up that much room. This is an incredible deal right here. 14 little clamps. They're all different sizes, and this was less than $15. Now, for those of you that may be new to the channel and you're wondering, why in the world is he showing us all this stuff? The reason I show you these things, ladies and gentlemen, the reason I do payday prep videos, usually whenever I buy something that has to do with preparedness, you know, or stocking up, is because every single video that I've done for a payday prep, there's always at least one comment. Even if it's only one comment of someone saying, you know what, I never thought about getting that. I think that's a great idea. So if one person out of every video says, wow, that's a good idea, I think I'm going to get one of those because I think it's a good thing to have, excess of or have altogether. That's why I do these videos. Screwdrivers. I mean, I think this was, no, this was 15 bucks. Look at all these screwdrivers for $15. I mean, think 20 years ago. You couldn't even get these many screwdrivers for 15 bucks like 20, 30 years ago. $5 for blades for a jigsaw. This has, I think it's 13 blades. Yep, 13 blades for a jigsaw for $5. Incredible. We are not going to see prices like these in the future if we can find these items at all. Now, this set of pliers, ladies and gentlemen, was $20 or less than $20, like $19 and change. That comes out to less than $4 per piece. And you can't have too many of them. This one was $10 for these 3 pieces. I mean, these are really great deals, and this is the time of year to go get these. But more importantly, in my opinion, not only is this the time of the year to go get these, but this is the time to go get these. I hope that I'm 100% wrong. But I think that what I previously talked about, that countries are going to stop importing to us or exporting to us so we can import, or that the dollar is going to fall in value to where things are going to become a lot more expensive, I think that that's going to happen in the future. It may not happen tomorrow, but that's good news. That is good news for you. It gives you more time to prepare. It gives you more time to think about those things that you would need. Guess what we purchased yesterday, my wife and I? We purchased a whole bunch of female sanitary pads. Right? We purchased a whole bunch of them. Why? Because it's something that we need in this household. Not for me, but it's something that we need, if you know what I mean. So why not have them now that you can get them and there's no shortage? And there is no shortage of female sanitary pads. Right? There is no shortage. There was plenty. You can go on Amazon right now and purchase a whole bunch of them as well. I think I'm going to do the same thing because on Amazon, they're a little bit cheaper than they are at Costco. But we purchased enough yesterday probably to get through about a year or so. Why not go on Amazon and spend $20, $30 to purchase 4 or 5 packs just to have them in reserve, and then also make sure that you rotate them so you can have them. It's not something that a lot of male prepper channels talk about that are hosted by males, but I think it's important to talk about that as well because it's not just guys out there. You know, if you're a father and you have a daughter or wife and they need those products, you need to prep those up as well. And also think about what a great barter item that would be, female sanitary pads. I understand that you can make your own and reuse them and all that stuff, but in my opinion, one of the things that's good about preparedness is that it allows you to maintain normalcy. And when you're going through a period of crises, you want to try to maintain as much normalcy as possible, meaning being able to keep the same lifestyle that you have, the same standard of living as much as possible. That way it doesn't add any more pressure or stress to the situation that is already unraveling in front of you, being that you're in a crisis. I mean, look at this, ladies and gentlemen. 2, 3, 4 years ago, I would have been happy paying 40, 50 bucks for this, right? $15. And this is some heavy duty stuff right here. And it's good quality. Cobalt, in my opinion, is a pretty good quality brand. And no, I'm not sponsored by Cobalt. I wish I was. I wish this was a sponsored video because I think this is a pretty good quality brand for tools. Just like Craftsman. I like Craftsman as well. And one thing that I know for a fact is that you can never have too many drill bits. So this is a combination drill bit and bit set, but you can never have too many drill bits. Why? Because you always end up breaking one, they end up getting dull or something like that. So this is actually the most expensive item that I purchased. This was $39, but look at all you get. When I look at something like this is what I ask myself when I think that something is too expensive. I ask myself, can you make it? Can you make it yourself? And if you can make it, how much time would it take you to make it? Then if the answer is, no, I can't make it, then okay. I think it's a good price. It's worth it. It's a lot less than what it normally sells for on any other given day, right? So you can't make it. And do you think that if you can make it, can you make it at a better price? More than likely, probably not, because your time is worth money as well. Your time is probably your most valuable asset. Now, the second to last thing that I'm going to show you, you cannot have enough utility knives. I'll tell you that, and blades. I remember I did a payday prep years ago, probably 3 or 4 years ago, where I got on Craigslist and I found, I think it was 2 packs of 100 of utility blades that fit these guys, and I still have them. I've only used maybe like 10 of those 200 blades that I purchased, and when I purchased them, it was only like $5 for each box. So great deal. I still have them, and I know that they'll be there whenever I need them. So utility knives and utility blades, I don't think you can go wrong with any of these. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the last thing I'm going to show you, I think this is such a great deal. I'm not sure how many people think about this, but during a power outage, especially one that you know that is going to last a long time, having lighting, having lights on in your house is a big morale booster. Just turn off all the lights in your house. Even if you're powering your fridge and all of the essential items that you need, turn off all your lights and only try to exist with a small little flashlight, right? Having lights is a morale booster. It makes you feel better. It makes you feel more normal. This right here, especially this time of year, maybe even after Christmas, you can pick them up for cheaper. These were actually, I think, a little expensive for what they are. They were like $5 or $4 and change. But these are packs of 100 LED lights. But the reason that I bought these is because of this. I don't think you'll be able to see this, but I'll tell you what it is. If you read the back there, this entire 100 string of LED Christmas lights only uses 4.5 watts. Ladies and gentlemen, that is incredible. 4.5 watts. And I asked myself, I'm like, is that true? Is it really true? So what I did is I grabbed my little OPS over here, and I already plugged it in, and I'm going to plug it in again so that you can see for yourself. Right? Let me see if I can get this a little closer here. Right? And it's already on, and I've already got it on AC. So we're going to plug this in. You can see that they are all on, okay? But look at this. There's no watts going out. It shows 0 watts going out. Well, these solar generators, a lot of them, they won't register any output unless it's like over 50 watts. So you know that this is drawing very little wattage, and look at all of the light that it provides. I mean, you can hang them up like this if you want from something so that it can provide light. Me personally, I would string them out and put them around my living room or whatever room it is that I'm trying to light up. And this is only using 5 watts or so, less than 5 watts of electricity per hour. And let's see, this here says that we can go 33 hours with this. I actually think it will go a lot longer than 33 hours. But I think this is a great deal. For less than $5, around $4 and change, grab yourself 2 or 3 of these. You can light up your entire house for about 20 watts per hour. And if you have a small solar generator, even better. And make sure that you have a solar panel, especially if you live in one of those areas where you get a lot of sun. Not like here in Alaska, where the wintertime we get almost no sun whatsoever. And that brings me to the last thing that I want to talk about really quick. I just noticed that I've already got all of the OPS solar generators that they offer on their site. So what I'm going to do is probably later on this week, maybe tomorrow or the day after, I'm going to go ahead and show you all of them, because I get a lot of emails from people asking me, hey, what size solar generator should I have? So I'm going to display every solar generator here that OPS offers, and I'm going to tell you what I would use them for and use them for whenever I do use them during a power outage. All right, that way you all that are wondering, hey, what size solar generator should I have? I definitely would not recommend this one if you want to power a refrigerator, right? Because this is just the OPS 600. And even if it does power a small refrigerator, it may not be for a very long time. I would rather get something a little bigger. But I'm going to do a quick video on that to let you all know that are wondering what size solar generator you need to get. That way you'll be better equipped whenever you go to look for one. In addition to that, this just came up. OPS is having a pretty good sale right now until the end of the year. I'm going to go ahead and leave the link and the code for the sale that they're having on a pinned comment and also in the description of the video. That way, if you are looking for a solar generator, you can go ahead and grab one at an awesome deal, ladies and gentlemen. Or you may want to wait until I put up that video showing what different size solar generators are good for what. Having said that, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for joining in. Have a great day. Remember to be good to each other. When good people do good things happen. Remember to reach one, teach one, and repeat. If we all did this, the world would be a better place, and you know that it will be a better place. Many blessings to all of you and your families. I'm Alaska Prepper. I'm out.